Hey, for some reason I just lost a little bit of connection there, so I thought I'd jump straight back on again and try a second time round. So I was just about to talk about how I see big changes in sustainability, in changing health, because people are trying to set targets that are too big for themselves. And this is probably one of the most common things, is that people will come in with the expectation that their injury or their problem is going to be resolved in a number of days, when actually what we realistically know is that any tissue is going to take time to heal. If anybody's ever broken a bone, they know that it's going to take a minimum of 6 weeks. Yet when someone's got a back injury, they're expecting it to be resolved in 2 or 3 visits. It's the same thing with stuff like weight loss. People are expecting to lose pounds and pounds and pounds, or kilos and kilos, or stones in weight in a matter of a week, when realistically what we know, in order to actually sustain weight loss and keep it off, you realistically have to do that over a period of time, as opposed to trying to do things much too quickly. And this is probably, like I say, one of the biggest mistakes, is that I see with people who are struggling in pretty much any area of their life, is that they're trying to do too much in one go. Whereas if you actually try to make 1 or 2 small changes and sustain it over a period of time, it's much, much better. I had this conversation with another chiropractor not that long ago, and I actually said that I would much, 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 much rather see someone less over a much longer period of time than try to get them in too many times initially and for them to drop off. Now, what I do know personally is that when I see patients and I see them closer together in the initial stance, it really, really helps to encourage that healing response and break those neurological patterns, break down that scar tissue, improve the movement of the spine, improve the movement of their joints and extremities, their muscles, their nerves, all start functioning better when we see them more often. However, it doesn't make any sense to only see them 3 or 4 times over 2 weeks and then never see them again, when we know that the healing response in, say, for example, something like a disc prolapse can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. So yes, okay, the patient may start feeling better. However, that person is not actually going to be properly functioning or healed. And as a result, the likelihood is that if they do not feel an injury straight away, they're likely going to feel some sort of injury again in the future. Now, this exact same process is true with people's diet, their exercise programs. A lot of people will try to go from doing 0 workouts a week, absolutely none, to going up to straight up to 8, 9, 10. It doesn't work, because the problem is your body will feel incredibly sore, you make yourself hurt, and as a result, you're not going to want to do it again. And if you don't want to do it again, that you'll drop off of your exercise routine, and then you won't actually get the sustained changes that you're looking for. What we know is it takes months to years to start building those capillary beds, those muscle fibers, from the strain that you put on your body from doing those exercises. So again, it's the same as when people come in and they'll ask me for exercises. I want to do exercise. That's fine, but what we have to understand is that these exercises are going to take months to years to sit in, not necessarily you're going to do these for the next couple of weeks and all of a sudden your posture is going to be fixed. So just take a think about that. Think about making smaller changes, but making them more sustainable, as opposed to looking for really big things that you cannot sustain long term. Because this is what we know, is that the people that are the healthiest on the planet have made incremental changes and improved little by little by little. And by the way, you look at some of the top athletes on the planet, say for example, someone like Usain Bolt, who had to run the 100-meter sprint in such a short period of time, he would have been shaving minuscule amounts off of his time by having to put in huge changes by the end. But by making small incremental changes as he went along, that's what eventually got him there. Same again, we all have the same process. We all have to make those incremental changes and sustain them